MPLS Layer 3 VPN. Overlapping VPNs. What is the overlapping VPN? In this video, I'm going to talk about the overlapping VPN, and the first thing that we can talk about that is what is the overlapping VPN, and the second things is that how we can configure the overlapping VPN. Okay, this is the first scenario that I'm going to talk about that in the advanced MPLS layer 3 VPNs. What is the overlapping VPN? Look at this scenario. In this scenario, we have again the same service providers you saw in previous examples. And also we have two customers. The red customer red here, the customer red or customer A has three sites, site 1, site 2 and site 3. And the site 3 is the headquarter, and site 1 and site 2 are branches, okay? Also we have another customer B or customer blue. Customer blue again has three sites, site 1, site 2 and site 3, okay? And the site 1 is one of the branch, site 2 is another branch, and site 3 is the headquarter. This means that we have two customers. Each customer has one headquarter in their site 3, and also every customer has two branches, site 1 and also site 2. What is the overlapping VPNs? You know that every site of a customer should have reachability to each other. For example, we need to send traffic from site A of the site 1 of customer A to site 2 of customer A, and also to the site 3 of customer A. And also we need to send traffic from site B of customer site 1 of customer B to site 2 of customer B, and also site 3 of customer B. This means that the first things that we should we should have is the reachability between different sites of a customer. But after that, we need another type of connectivity, the connectivity between the headquarters. This means that I need to have connectivity between the headquarters of the different customers, but I don't want to have connectivity between the, for example, different sites, different branches of a, for example, customer. Let me to talk about this here. Here we have the configuration, but before the configuration, we can talk about the sites. Here, you know that we have customer A, okay, site 1. Let me to use A1. This is the customer A site 1. And also A2, customer A site 2, and also A3, customer A site 3. Also we have B1, B2 and B3. Okay, you know that the A3 is the headquarter. This is headquarter, and also the B3 is the headquarter of the customer B. What is the requirement? The first requirement is that A1, A2 and A3 should have reachability to each other. Because of that, after this scenario, we need to see the connectivity between the A1 and A2 and also A3. Also in A2, we need to have connectivity between A2 and A1 and also A3. And in A3, we need to have connectivity to A1 and also A2 and also B3, okay? The headquarter of the another site, okay? Another customer. But also in the customer B, again, we need to have connectivity between the site 1 of the customer B with the B2 and also B3, and then site 2 of customer B need to have connectivity to B1 and also B3, and finally the B3 should have connectivity to the B1 and also B2 and also A3. That's it. This is the requirement, and here we have overlapping VPNs. Why? You know that we have one simple VPN. The simple VPN means we have connectivity between all sites. You know that we have one simple VPN between the simple VPN between the A1, A2 and A3. This is the first VPN, and then we have another simple VPN between the B1, B2 and then B3, but we have another VPN, okay, another VPN between the two sites of one A3 and then B3. Here we have another VPN, another simple VPN with the, for example, A3 and B3. This is the overlapping VPN. This means we have overlapping VPN, overlapping between these two simple VPN with one, for example, another VPN. Let me to talk about how we can configure these types of scenario. This is one of the, for example, abilities in the MPLS layer 3 VPN that we can configure these type of scenarios easily. Don't forget that we don't want to have connectivity between A1 or B1, A1 to B2, A1 to B3, or B1 to, for example, A1, B1 to A2, B1 to A3. We need only have connectivity between the A3 and B3. Okay, how we can configure this type of scenarios? The secret is in the configuration of the route targets, or in sometimes in the route distinguishers. Let me to talk about that, how we can design the RDs and RTs, but don't forget that maybe we can configure with different designs. This is the design. We can configure with one design, or maybe you can configure with another design. It's okay. Okay, let me to start the design of this, for example, requirement here. The first thing is that we should know what we want. We know that we want to have connectivity between the all site of customer A and also all site of customer B, and finally between the headquarter of customer A and also customer B. Okay, let me to start the design for A1. This A1 is the site, a customer A site 1. I'm using the RD 65,000 column 1. Okay, and also for the A2, again I'm using RD 65,000 column 1. Why? Because you know that in this example we don't have any overlapping of IP addressing between the different site of a customer. Because of that, we can use the same RD 65,000 column 1. And also for the customer B, we can use the 65,000 column 2 for the RDs of different site. Here is the B1, and then B2, and then B3. Okay, after that we can design the RT import and RT export. For RT import, we can use 65,000 column 1, and also for RT export we can use 65,000 column 1 for the site, different sites of the VRF or the customer A. Okay, after that here. And then for the RT import, this is RTI, means RT import and export. We can use 65,000 column 2 for the customer B. Okay, customer B site 1, site 2, and also site 3. But this is the requirement if we have only two simple VPN, for example, a simple VPN for customer A and customer B. You know that we need another VPN, the connectivity between the site A, site 3 of customer A, and also site 3 of customer B. How we can implement it? Look at here, it's so easy and also interesting. In the customer A3, we can import one another, for example, the RT import. We can configure another RT import. Let me to configure it here. RTI 65,000, okay, and a desired value, for example, 3. Okay, RT import 65,000. And then column 3 can be used to injecting the routes to this VRF. And because of that, we can configure the same RT export in the site 3 of customer B, 65,000 column 3. Yes, we can configure multiple RT import or RT export for a VRF. Because of that, every update from B3 now can inject it to the customer A site 3, and also we can configure the similar RT export 65,000 column 3 for importing the routes of the customer A site 3 to the customer B site 3, and here we can configure RT import 65,000 column 3. Okay, and now we have connectivity between the A3 and for example B3. We can for example use and one example, you know that from the customer A site 3 we are advertising 192.168.30/24 to the router 1, to the P router, okay? And router 1 receiving this update in the VRF of customer A3, this VRF. Because of that, it should advertise this update with the 65,000:1 and then 192.168.30/24. This is the VPN v4 with RT export. What is the RT export of this VRF?